What happens when a dramatic World Cup comeback turns into a political storm? Argentina's players were celebrating one of the most astonishing victories of the tournament. The dressing room was filled with singing, chanting, and pure emotion. But then, a video emerged. And what started as a celebration quickly sparked controversy across the football world. Because hidden within the lyrics was a reference that had nothing to do with football and everything to do with one of the most sensitive disputes in modern history. A song about the Falkland Islands. A message aimed at England. And now, with the possibility of an Argentina versus England World Cup showdown looming, tensions are rising both on and off the pitch. Here's the full story. Argentina's latest World Cup victory was already surrounded by drama before the celebrations even began. Lionel Messi and his teammates produced a stunning comeback against Egypt, overturning a 2-0 deficit to win 3-2 injury time. The result sent Argentine fans into ecstasy. But not everyone was celebrating. Egyptian players and officials reportedly claimed the match had been rigged, raising questions about the controversial nature of the dramatic finish. Despite the criticism, Argentina showed no signs of concern. Soon after the match, the team's official social media account shared footage from inside the dressing room. Players were singing loudly, celebrating the victory, and enjoying one of the tournament's most memorable moments. However, viewers quickly noticed something unusual. The video included English subtitles, and those subtitles revealed lyrics that went far beyond football. Most of the song focused on what Argentina sees as unfinished business from the 1994 World Cup. The lyrics reference the tournament in the United States, where Argentine legend Diego Maradona was expelled after failing a drug test. For many Argentine supporters, that episode remains a painful chapter in football history. The song spoke about revenge. It spoke about old wounds. But then came the line that drew the most attention. A reference to the Islas Malvinas, the Argentine name for the Falkland Islands. The mention was widely interpreted as a jab directed toward England, one of Argentina's fiercest sporting rivals. Several high-profile Premier League stars appeared in the footage, including Chelsea midfielder Enzo Fernandez and Aston Villa goalkeeper Emi Martinez. Liverpool's Alexis Mac Allister and Manchester United defender Lisandro Martinez were also involved in Argentina's victory. The celebration instantly became bigger than football, because the Falklands issue remains one of the most politically sensitive subjects between Argentina and the United Kingdom. To understand why the video caused such a reaction, it's important to understand the history behind those lyrics. In 1982, Argentina and the United Kingdom fought a bitter war over the Falkland Islands. The conflict lasted 74 days. More than 900 people lost their lives. Thousands more were wounded, captured, or affected by the fighting. Argentina eventually surrendered, and the islands remained under British control. Decades later, the issue remains unresolved from Argentina's perspective. In 2013, a referendum was held in the Falkland Islands. An overwhelming 99.8% of residents voted to remain a British overseas territory. Yet political tensions have never fully disappeared. Even earlier this year, the islands unexpectedly returned to international headlines. Reports suggested that U.S. President Donald Trump could potentially review their status amid wider geopolitical tensions involving NATO allies in the conflict with Iran. The suggestion quickly drew a response from the British government. A spokesperson for Prime Minister Keir Starmer reaffirmed the UK's position, stating that sovereignty rests with the United Kingdom and emphasizing the islanders' right to self-determination. Against that backdrop, Argentina's dressing room song suddenly carried far greater significance. What might have seemed like a football chant became part of a much larger conversation involving history, national identity, and international politics. And the timing couldn't be more dramatic, because Argentina and England may be heading toward a blockbuster World Cup clash. England must first overcome Norway. Argentina must get past Switzerland. But if both teams advance, they could meet in a highly anticipated semifinal. A match that would instantly revive one of football's most intense rivalries. The history between these nations is legendary. The last time they met in a World Cup was back in 2002, when David Beckham scored the decisive penalty in England's victory. Before that came the unforgettable encounter at France '98, where England were eliminated on penalties after Beckham's infamous red card. And their most recent meeting of any kind came in 2005, when England won a thrilling friendly match 3-2. Every encounter between these sides carries decades of history. Now, this latest controversy has added another chapter before a ball has even been kicked. So what began as a jubilant dressing room celebration has become one of the biggest talking points of the World Cup. A dramatic comeback, accusation from Egypt, a controversial song, and a politically charged reference that has reignited debate far beyond the football field. The biggest question now is simple. Will Argentina and England actually meet in the semifinals? Because if they do, this rivalry won't just be about football. It will be about history. It will be about pride. And after this latest controversy, it may become one of the most explosive matches the World Cup has seen in years. The world is watching. And the story is far from over.